We're recording now. Good. Okay. So just like the systems of farming that you know, the strategies that you've used in farming in time past, the things you've done, and you're like, oh, this is good. Plants, wait, you harvest, you're excited about it, but that's different from what I'm about to share tonight. Okay. And I'm not talking of you traveling down, exporting. Everybody's an exporter now, but that's not where we are going to tonight. Exporting is good. Exporting is good, but that's not where we are going tonight. But that's not it. So what I'm about to share with you, this is how I came in contact with this. In 2022, let me start from the end of the story, the beginning of it. In 2022 was the first time I set out, not the first time in my entire life, but the first time I set out to own my own farm. And I and my team started that journey. And what we wanted to do was to plant palms. There were quite some good palms like that. And we had this, you may be familiar with this, some of the things I'm going to say. We had PZ Wilma as very close. They had their estates in Cross River State, large estates that very, very large. When I mean large, I mean large. And we wanted to take their seedlings because we know that PZ Wilma, their seedlings starts producing in 3 years at most. And then it's dwarf palms, very short, but they produce heavily and they produce all year round. They produce every month till the end of the year. So we looked at that and we said, see, I can. Please, can you still hear me? Because I'm getting complaints of that. Okay, so we said, okay, we can do this. And we started collecting the seedlings. We had the land, we had everything, we had everything was ready. If you can hear me, please indicate so that I can proceed. If you can hear me, kindly indicate for me. And we took over, at the time, we took over 15,000 seeds, 15,000 young seedlings that had sprouted up. We took over 15,000 of it, which was invariably 15,000 palms at the time. You can imagine, if I do the math of 15,000 pounds for you, that's a lot of money. 15,000 pounds is like making over 100 million per year. Over 100 million, yes. 100 to 150 million per year, that's 15,000 pounds. We can we'll do the calculation at the end if it comes into what we're discussing. And we were excited because now we're just going to monitor it and let it grow. And our target was 130,000 pounds. So that was a lot. That was the first phase. The second phase was going to be to push it to 1 million pounds. The first phase was supposed to be 130,000. The second phase was supposed to be something you're passionate, you've seen this done before. But I knew one thing, that all the seedlings of palms that produce in 3 years, pay attention now to what I'm about to say, that produce in 3 years, that produce very fast, that make you money very fast, that produce almost all year round, they are genetically altered. What that means is that that's not the way they came normally. Somebody has taken the seed and worked on it in order for it to start producing like that. Just like what you call the agric fowl. What we call locally, what we call agric fowl, those are genetically altered. Those are not the real fowls that you know, but they were made and they work well. It works well. They can mingle with other diseases. So this is the same thing that has happened to some of those palms. In fact, the PZ Wilma used to report their seedlings from their country. They had a lab, and in Nigeria too, there is a lab that actually also works the same thing. Nigeria also owns such a company. I think it's called NIFO, and they do that as well. They sell it as well. But I have never. How can a student be calling me by this time in class? And this person knows I should be in class. It's not fair. Okay, can everybody hear me now? Okay, good. So we took that, but it didn't work for us, so we had to. When we now realize that these palm seedlings that we have taken is not going to yield for us what PZ Wilmer has, that is going to return to the parent seed, which means we are going to wait 7 to 10 years to start harvesting. Okay? 7 to 10 years to start. We discarded the whole plan. And when we went to buy the farms, oh boy, it was costing tens and tens and tens of millions that we were not ready to invest at the time. And we're just looking at where we could throw in a couple of millions and we'll get it done, and everybody will go their way and go and wait for the next 3 years. Look for trouble everywhere and just know that when it's 3 years' time, you have money to pay for those trouble that you looked for. But then it didn't work out that way. So that's the first time we started asking, how do we do farming without going through all of this hassle? It is easy for the wife of a president to come out and say, I want everybody to farm. Everybody should go back and farm and all of that. It's easy to say that if you're just talking about small tomato and okra that you can share with your neighbor, maybe one seed, and everybody will say, thank you. But if you're talking of commercial capacity where you can make money, live on it financially, because the real thing is that if agriculture is lucrative, people should be able to live on it. I should be able to walk past a guy on the street and ask him, what do you do? Young guy, maybe 27, maybe 24, maybe 25, maybe 18, and ask him, what do you do? And he says, I'm a farmer. And I can look at his hands and they don't look like he's suffering. They don't look anything like that, but he is a farmer. We should be able to say, okay, this guy is earning money from farming. He sustains himself from farming. He sustains his family from farming. If you can point out to one person that you know, that it's not just a few people here and there scattered everywhere. Anybody you know that lives in the city, anybody you know that lives in the city, that lives on farming, their livelihood is from farming. Please, can you hear me? Can you still hear me? Some people are complaining they cannot hear me, but my mic is on. Okay? Those of you, when somebody complains, please, those of you who can hear me, kindly pick up and... Can anyone hear me? Let me do that before I continue. Can you hear me? Okay, so let me proceed. Wow, lots of complaints about not hearing. Network is bad, network is bad. Yes, we can. Yes, loud and clear. Okay, let me continue. So we started looking at that. So where we can meet people, you ask somebody, what do you do for a living? And he can boldly tell you he's a farmer and that he makes money from it. If Nigeria, which is the if there, does not mean uncertainty, I know for a certain that we have enough land in Nigeria for every single person in the country to go into farming. Enough land. But the problem is this, and let me share this with you quickly before I go into the next point. The problem is this, not everybody can actually go into farming. It's a fact. Many people have left the village to the cities. How are they going to farm? How can you stay in the city and farm in the village? If you're in the city, there's a probability that you cannot find land to farm on. If you're in Lagos, for example, Lagos is looking for a place to build. There is not enough land for you to farm on. So when we talk of farming like this, it becomes difficult, it becomes unrealistic to tell everybody to go back to farming. How do you go back to farming? Can you do that? It's not possible. How do you stand up and say, okay, today I'm going back to the village to go and be cultivating this, or to go and be doing this, or to go and be doing that? The guy is probably a student. So how can everybody farm when everybody cannot really farm? Okay, for example, we that started our own project, we were even willing to, even if it's up to a few millions to put into that farm, we wouldn't mind. We will be able to handle that. But where we gave up was when it was now running into hundreds of millions, young people. I'm not saying it's not realistic, but how many people really in this country can pull 100 million to put into farming? Okay, 100 million is too much. You can start small. What is the small? What's the small you can start with? Do you know the cost of preparing 1 hectare of land? When you look at all of those things, you will see that if the young man you are telling to go into farming had the money it takes and the time it takes to wait for that farming, he'll probably be doing it. So these are three major things that hinder people from going into farming that I'm going to mention now. Number one, land. No land. Land is an issue, it's a big issue in Africa, especially in Nigeria. Two, no money to do it. Three, no time. No time. The small money that guy has is looking for something to do and make money now from it. He doesn't have time to go and plant something and wait there. So we also had that dilemma where I have run other businesses, and most of my businesses, the way I run it, I do businesses that pay me daily. I sell products. It pays me daily. I sell product today. Somebody buys today, and they pay me today. I get my money. I go my way. I make my profit. I sell tomorrow, the same thing. I sell in a month. I make my money. I can count my money. And now you're telling me to take my money, put it in farming, wait for 12 years. I can, but if that's the only money I have, I can't. I want to, but I can't. So nothing is impossible. We started asking questions. How can one farm on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis? It's a stupid question at the time when we're asking it because it didn't seem like he had an answer. How can somebody farm on a weekly basis, on a daily basis? How can he farm? And then something dawned on me. This was years later. After we had abandoned that project, and some of those palm seedlings were sold out, the only thing we planted on that farmland was plantain. And we didn't even plant enough plantain on it as we planned. So we didn't develop the land. We didn't use it as much as we would have wanted to use it because of all of these issues that I've mentioned. And that was when this idea dropped in our heart, in what I'm about to share with you now. I remember that I grew in a farm settlement. That was all my life. I grew in a farm settlement. I was living among farmers, and I went to the farm almost every other day. Every single day. I know how to do any kind of farm. You know, people see me and they're like, oh, this guy, you have never entered farm before. And I smile. I said, I have. I do. I know how to do every single thing about farming because of that experience for over 15 years. I saw somebody today cutting plantain, and I told her, I thought she's eligible. She's an influencer on Instagram, and I saw her using cutlass to bring down plantain. And I saw the way she's handling the cutlass. I know that she has small experience. Like this one grew in the village. I could tell. And I told her, I said, that's how you cut plantain. No? I don't know if anybody knows, but when you cut plantain, you catch it in the air. If not, you're going to have bad plantain to sell. You catch it in the air, you know. And for her, it was different. So she was with her, and I looked at it. I know what the experience is. And it was because of where I grew. Guess what I saw? I realized that when people, at some point, I saw a man who would travel down to this little village where I was in, this little village where we were in. And the man would come with a small red vehicle. And when he comes with that small red vehicle, he was building houses in his village in different places. He was a landlord. But you come with that small red vehicle, he will carry about 20 to 30 to 40 gallons of oil, palm oil, and live with it. And go and sell in Benue State at the time. He will make a lot of money. I hope you can still hear me. He will make a lot of money. Then I saw another woman who came and bought a cassava farm. This was years back. Bought that cassava farm for around 150,000 naira. And it was such a large farm. I'm not talking of one plot. I'm talking of several hectares. 150 then. No, 350 then. This is years back. 350. And they did it, and then it didn't mean anything because, so years back, about 2 years later, or one year or 2 years later, I started thinking to myself, I said, wait, is it not people that have been doing this thing like this in the past? This thing is just here, it's just a cultural thing, unspoken, not loud, but people are doing it. Let us try it. Let us see if we can buy farms and process them. Because this is the beautiful thing about buying farms. It's that, one, you can spend less. You can spend your budgets. Can everyone hear me? let me be sure that some people are hearing me, because I think some people have network issues. I think we will have more people here if network was not bad anyway. So if you can hear me, please indicate before I proceed. I'm about to make some key points. One, you see, okay. So the first thing was that, can we buy farms and sell? The beautiful thing about buying farms is that, one, you don't wait. While someone else is planting and waiting for 12 months, you can buy a farm, process it, harvest it, do everything about it, and make money within a short period of time. The guy is still waiting. You have finished your thing. The next time, you will do it this month, do it next month, do it next 2 months, do it next 3 months, do it next 4 months. The guy is still waiting for 12 months. While he thinks his margin will be higher than yours, you have gone 10 times. You didn't plant the farm, that's one, you don't have to wait. Number two, you control your budget. You're not going to say, oh, I'm going to use 200, how much is this farm going to cost us? 3 million. No, you control your budget. You can buy small based on your own ability and process it. Mature farms. I'm not talking of farms that I'm talking of. Why will you go and buy a farm that is young, that is not mature? You buy mature farm that is ready to harvest tomorrow. I did a video and posted that you can own a farm today and start harvesting tomorrow, and everybody was angry. I loved it. But that's a fact. If I buy a farm today, why can't I harvest it tomorrow if it's a mature farm? So we realized that you can buy a farm, and I realized that many of the people who actually do palm estates are not the owners. They are people who rented it from the owners. I also realized that cocoa, many of the people who do cocoa are not the owners. I also realized that many people who enjoy money from timber did not plant the trees. They don't even own the land. So it's a system that exists, but it's not loud. That's why I said in my letters that only 1% of people know it. And out of that 1%, not many are doing it. And that's why we came. To help everybody on a farm. That you're listening to me right now and all your family, you know how lucrative farming is, but you can't do it because it takes time, costs money, time you don't have. That you can own a farm today and harvest it tomorrow and start making money from it, from that farm. Is that okay? Are we together? Are we together? So this is what we learned. And we said, okay, good. We're going to do this and we'll give it a try, and it worked. And since then, we decided that we're going to stick with it. Okay? Now, Ceylon Farm is a business born out of a passionate search for ways to run farming as a consistent business and not just as a once-in-a-year system. That's how Ceylon Farm started. We didn't want to just be running farming as, once in a year, you wait for a whole year. Here's the story. So this is, I've already shared that. These are the things you will gain from this webinar. I've already talked about that. You will see how you can make money from farming consistently. You will run farming the way you run your normal business. You will run farming properly the way you run your normal business, the way you do other things. It will no longer be come and wait for 1 year, 6 years, and all of 6 months and all of that. You will be able to own palm trees today and make palm oil money today. You will be able to own cassava today and make money from cassava today. So if you wait to the end, I'm going to show you how you can get these farms. There are farms everywhere, because that's the next challenge that we got into. When we were doing it for just ourselves, it wasn't difficult. We could find it everywhere. But when you're not talking of commercial scale where, what if 1,000 people need farms? Can we find it? We're going to come to that. Then we'll show you what we have built to help people like you own farms easily, like a snap of finger. Like a snap of finger. Are we together? So you get wealth from farming, you get this knowledge, all right? And the next thing I'm going to show you at the end is how you can get access to to tens of hectares of farmland that you will be, if left to you alone, you will spend millions upon millions upon millions to get those lands to farm on. But I can show you with the same strategies, the same things we've learned, how to gain access to the same farmlands for little or no money and use it for a lifetime. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. So these are the things I will share at the end of the class only. I'll tell you where to get the farms, how to get the farms, and how to do it. And I mean from any part of the world where you are. If you like, stay in Kafanchan, you will be able to own farms, run farms, because everything is systemized. Everything has been created to make everyone own farms. So our vision is a place where every African owns a farm. Our target is 1 million lazy farmers in Africa. Lazy farmers because these are farmers who own farms but do not leave their rooms or the comfort of their house. But they own farms and they manage those farms, they maintain those farms, and the farms work. You may argue, but if you've eaten in Chicken Republic before, if you've eaten in KFC before, right? You did not go there and you didn't see the owner when you got there, did you? And they have it all over the country. You don't find the owner, but the businesses are running. So if you're thinking that you're one of those that think that, oh, if I can own it from my house and run it from my house, it will not work well. Just stay to the end because we're going to show you how it is done. So let's look at this. Which category are you? This is where you get to really think and tell yourself the truth. Which category are you in right now? All right? It is nothing to be ashamed of. I was once there before I started maximizing the knowledge I have. One, those who farm. Maybe you're a farmer, you're the person who farms. Or those who own the farm. Are you a farmer? Do you farm? Are you one of those who own the farm? Or those who farms without farming, meaning you're owning a farm that you did not plant. Those who make the most money, those who can be a part of it, then, or those who are asking, how can I join? We'll look at that, all of that. Now, before you start talking and say, oh, is this thing really working? Before I go into the how is this done? Look at some of the testimonials that we have. And do you know the amazing thing that people who sell Gary, who do it as a business, also come to get those farms. And when they get the farms, they process it and they sell it to their customers. Like this first testimonial that you can see here, the place where my customer is, he said, okay, not that one. This one is one of the persons who owned the farm. And he got this, how much he got from the farm. You can see here, this is 1 billion naira. This person sold all his farm, sold everything he produced from the farm, and made this amount of money. This person here, you can see their comment. This person here made 366,000 naira from this farm. This one said, a lot well received with many thanks. Excellent job, well done. Be expecting more business from me. This is how much this guy made from the farm. This is another one. Good morning, Mr. Maker. Trust your night was great. I received a profit money of 702,000 naira. Now, this is not investment. This is how much people are making from farming that sometimes people will have to wait a whole year to make, and somebody has made in a short period of time. This is another person here, 500. Okay, this person here had 6 plots that they got. They processed 6 plots. And this person received his money. He's the one who received 300 and something thousand naira. This young man here, very great guy, 221,000 naira, what he made from that particular farm after processing and selling the produce. Of course, you take it out and all of that. So now these are monies that people are making from farms that they did not plant. They just buy farmland, process it, harvest it, and they make their own money. This other person made 106,000 naira. Then also said that she wants to make it 25 for herself. Okay? And any of you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Please indicate if you can see my screen. Some people are complaining that they can't see the screen. Can you see the screen? So this person made 106,000, This person makes 221,000 from farms they did not plant. In a short period of time, instead of waiting a whole year, this is what they made. And this person say, money received, thanks. And this other person say, I greet you, sir. Just so you know, the Gary was nice. This person now did not collect money, did not do to sell and all of that. This person is farming to sell to his own customers. There are people like that. They farm to sell to their own customers. And he was saying that the Gary is nice, though he said that there was one of them that was powder. I don't know where that one entered from. But the rest of the Gary was nice. All right? And this is another guy, Skytex. He received his own, these 366,000. And he said, Allah well received with many thanks. Okay, I think I've shown you that. Then there's another man here. This one does not even, many of them here do not even live in the country. This man here lives in Korea, in South Korea. And this is what he made, 430,000 from his own farm. So people are making money from this system of farming. It's not rocket science, it's not news, it's just something that is real. That you right now, wherever you are, can go somewhere, buy a farmland, buy it cheaper than normal, and process it and make money from it and go your way. Nobody's going to beat you. But you may not know that this system exists, and you may not even know where it exists. Even if I want to do it, where do I go to? Okay, before I proceed, because I think I've been talking to myself, can everyone hear me? Have you been hearing me and have you been seeing my screen? Please indicate. If you've been seeing my screen, type yes. If you've been hearing me, type yes so that I can proceed. Go on, do that quickly so that we can proceed. Do that for me quickly. It's the Nigerian network. The people are protesting. Okay, good. Some people can see me, can hear and see, actually. So I think it's dependent on your location. I'm really sorry about that. I would have wanted every single person to see what I'm sharing because it's exciting. Okay, this man lives in Korea, and this is him, making money from his own farm. He didn't have to plant it. He didn't have to wait. How did he get here? Okay? So this is another man you can see here. So I'll be needing 4 plots. He got another 4 plots for himself and said he wants it faster. That's the farmer talking. Somebody is telling you that he wants the farm faster. Now he wants to decide how fast. He wants to decide how fast the farm produce can come to him. That's because of this system. This system is unique. These are other people who are receiving money. You can see it here, 75,000 naira from a farm that, because I told you, you can do it as small as you can, which means everybody can farm. Okay? 100,000. This one, how much is this one? Is it my eyes? 300. Is it 555? This was when we still had Obono. This guy did Obono and Gary. Then 246,000. Another person 454. You can see people making money, and this is just a few, making money from owning farms they did not plant. So what am I saying? That I have successfully figured out how you can make money from farming without being the one who planted the farm. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? Okay, good. Before I go into any other thing, there are a few things I want to also show you. Okay, just give me a moment. Because as I'm talking about farming, there are many, many other things. You can let me know if you can see my screen and tell me what you can see from my screen. Can you see my screen?
Last spot for woods.
Can you see my screen? What can you see? Can you see wood? Can you see a forest, a bushy area? If you can see that, then that means you can see my screen so that I can show you a few things I want to show you. Okay? I want to now show you how and where to get such farms easily without even stepping a foot outside. That's the next part. So it's the exciting part, and I want everyone to pay attention. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, type yes in the comment section. If you can see my screen, just type yes. So you can see the bush that I'm showing you, right? Okay, good. So this is some of the things we do. And this is me. This is me in the picture. You're going to see me very clearly. This is actually our timber work, because it's also part of it. I'm going to talk about that shortly. Okay, good. I think this one is better. Those people, when I sit in front of camera, I don't look like I know anything about farming. You see my face? That's top ahead, though, inside the bush. So you can see it clearly. This is me trying to make a video in the forest, showing this is a thick forest. So if I put you here, you will cry. Okay? And this is about timber, woods, and the rest of them. The farm is also in the same area. I believe you can see everything. Okay. And I'm going to share other videos about our farm activities, what we do, and before I now start explaining to you how to get access to those farms. Okay, we're drinking this water. We're drinking it. This water is actually good, because you're wondering. But you see, the beautiful thing is that I can decide to go to the farm, and I can also decide not to go. I can decide to be there, and I can also decide not to be there. So that's one of the things I'm talking to you about, is that you can actually control your time and still make money as a farmer. If you're ready for me to start showing you other things around this thing, how to get it, where to get it, and what to do to get it and all of that, just type ready in the comment section and we'll go for it right now. Just type ready, 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 ready.
You're welcome. This is Hope, a young student farm manager.
Okay, now that you're ready, let's see it. Now, this is farming activities. Our farm manager is even in this live class tonight. And this is farming activity. This is Gary going on. This is people's farm. This is people's produce. This is people's Gary being processed currently. And this is what we do consistently. You can see it. You can see it. This is up. Can you still hear me? Okay, good. We're having network issues, also having the same issues, but be patient a little bit. We're going to come back to it right now. If you can hear me, kindly indicate that you hear me. If you can hear me, just let me know that you can hear me so that I can finalize with this. Yeah, I know the screen is static. It's okay, so let me proceed without the screen for now until the screen sorts itself out. So you can already see that there are farms that you can own and you can keep making money from those farms. So how do you get such farms? And this is what we do. This is the exciting part of this whole thing. Okay? When I and my team were discussing, we were like, How are we going to get enough farms? Because what we do is that we help people like you to locate such farms, secure such lucrative farms in cassava, in palm trees, in cocoa. We help you locate all of such farms, and we help you get access to those farms. All right. And when you gain access to those farms, the next thing we help you do is to process it, run the whole thing. And that's the only reason why you can run it from any distance, any part of the world, and make your money from those farms. Like you can see the testimonials that I shared. These are people already doing the same thing. And trust me, this is going to take over the country. It's going to take over everywhere. Because now, anybody, anywhere can own farms. Now you know that there's no screen. I'm not sharing my screen yet. Now you know that you can own a farm without having to be the one who planted it. All right. Now you know that you can make a lot of money from farming without having to be the one who puts the cassava in the ground. Now you know you don't have to wait. Now you know you don't have to wait for a long time. Oh, I'm not ready yet. Oh, the farm is taking time. Oh, herdsmen. Oh, this. All of those challenges that farmers usually face. Now you know you don't have to go through it anymore. All right? And this is where we come in. Now, can you see my screen clearly now? Is it clear now? Can you see the screen? Okay, this is the frying section. I'm going to show you the harvesting section and all of that. Let me show you the harvesting section. I'm going to show you harvesting section where people's farms are being harvested on their behalf. And this is what the new system of farming is going to be. The same way you can go somewhere, rent a house, and live in it. You don't have to build first before you live in a house. It's the same way you'll be able to just go rent a palm estate and start making money from that palm estate without being the owner. And this is not new. It's just new to you. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to make it common for people because people are already practicing this all over. You can do your research. It's not new. People are already buying farms. People are already renting farms. People do it in Delta State. People do it all over the country. What we are just doing is that we're creating a system around it where everyone can do it from any part of the world, where everyone can say, oh, I want a farm. And they can remember, oh, Farm to Wealth can help us secure the farm, can help us get a lucrative farm that we can make money from. And that's what we're doing. That's the only thing we're doing. Nothing new. We are not making anything new. We are just bringing a system that is already not very loud, something that people are already making money from. We're bringing it and we're making it loud for the people of a generation. And that's what we're doing. So if you're here tonight and your goal is to start making money from farming, then this is the part that you're going to like because we're about to show you how to gain access to these farms, how to gain access to lucrative farms that make money. Now, there's something else that you need to know. Not all farms will make you money. It's the truth. And if you go without experience, you're going to lose money. Not all farms will make you money. Okay? In the earliest days, you're probably going to get farms that will cause you to lose money when you start. If you're starting out on your own anyway. You're going to get farms that at the end of the day, oh, it looks good, but it doesn't look good. So one of the things that we have that is an edge for us is we have experiences. Okay? We have experiences. We have people with experiences. We have experiences in being able to locate, oh, that's a good palm farm. Oh, that's a good cocoa farm. Because not everybody can actually tell what farm will be profitable and what farm will lose money for them. Because in every business, as lucrative and as good as it sounds, if you don't do it the right way, if you don't go with the right knowledge, if you don't go with the right experience, you will lose money. And this one does not immune you. The fact that I'm telling you how sweet this one is does not immune you from the fact that you can still lose money if you do not do it the right way. And that's a fact. Okay? And that's why we created a community that teaches you, that helps you to bring you this kind of opportunities. I'm telling you right now, this is a sure thing. And it is still very early. It is the surest way that I know to make money. Not just making money from farming, to make money generally. It is one of the surest, because the cost of food is expensive. There is inflation in the country. So we all know that farming is lucrative. So if you know all of these things, it means that farming is where I should be. But the question is how. So this is what we did. One of the first challenges we had, I remember the very first weeks that we tried to get farms, it was difficult. We traveled and we looked for farms, and somebody would just come bring 2 plots. What are we going to do with 2 plots? Until we decided to create a system around it. A system that allows us to recruit farmers, support them, take care of them, and then buy up their farms in exchange. And that system started working like clockwork. I'm telling you, we've served lots of people. We've helped a lot of people own farms, and we are still in just one community. And there are about 8 local governments that have farms that we can go to, but we are still in just one community. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, one community. And every day we get calls of come and buy farms. Farms are available. When we started, it wasn't like that. And this is what I'm bringing to you tonight. So how do we do it? We work with a lot of people, a lot of farmers who are willing to give out their farms to people, who are willing to sell it at good rates, ridiculous even, just for you to be able to make profit from those farms. Those farmers are not interested. Those farmers are not interested in processing it. It's a model of business. We have shown them that they don't have to be the ones who process the farm. We have shown them that they don't have to be the ones who make the whole money from the farm, that they can be the ones who plant. Can you all still hear me? That they can be the ones who plant, and then other people buy it and sell it for them. And here is how to gain access to it. I'm about to show you something very exciting, and I believe you're ready for this. Okay? I'm about to show you something very exciting. Okay. Now, to get access, to be able to own this kind of farm, this is what you get. These are the packages that we give to people. These are the things I'll give to people. Now, don't leave yet, because this will change your life. This is where a real thing is. Tonight, as you're listening to me, I'm going to give you an opportunity to own your first farm. And if you listen to me to the end, there are bonuses you're going to get for this. We have what we call the student circle. We know that there are people who are students and they don't really have a lot of money to put into farming. So we created a platform for them where they can access this kind of farms and make money from it, and be able to use it to take care of themselves, take care of even small things, their family and all of that. They can make good money from this. So in the student circle, what you gain is access to up to 5 high-yield plots of cassava farm. 5 plots of cassava, that's what you can get access to. Like, you'll be able, as a member of our community, because we have a community, as a member of our community, if you're in the student circle, you'll be able to get up to 5 plots of cassava farm. Let me tell you what a plot of cassava farm gave us the last time, around 35,000 naira, 100, around 35,100 naira. That's what the profits that came out of a plot of cassava farm. And somebody will be able to get up to 5 of that for being in the student circle. Then you have 3 months access to own farms in our community. Because what does our community do? We have all of the farmers that own the lucrative farms that can make you money. So, but we cannot just carry it and dash everybody. You have to join our community. You have to be a member of our community. Then you can gain access to those farms. So 3 months complete access. In 3 months, we'll be giving you those farms that you can buy from, make money from them, process them, everything done for you. Don't hold on, don't go. There will be question and answer time where you can ask all your questions. Effortless sales process. I know some people are wondering, how am I going to sell it? No, there is no way. With what we know, that there's a lot of people till now who call us for carry. People want to buy the produce that we are bringing in. A lot of people want to buy it. Okay, and there is 247 customer support in case you need that. Lucrative referral bonus for people who are just in the student package. and you are the only person who can actually buy farm. You cannot bring in someone else and say, hey, I'm in this community, come and join me and buy farm. You are the only person who can buy. Okay? Unless you're referring the person to be a member of the community. Then your cassava or your gari or your whatever will be sold locally in Nigeria. It will be sold and the money will be made in Naira. But there is also another package which we call the Millionaire Circle. In the Millionaire Circle, you get all the benefits in the student package and you get a lifetime premium community membership. While this package is 3 months, you get a lifetime access. Unlimited cassava ownership. You can buy as much cassava farm as you want, meaning you can make as much of it as you can. Then you will also get access to timber business, very lucrative business. I'm still going to talk about the benefits of doing all of these businesses. How much can I make from cassava? How much can I make from palm? I know many of you are asking. How much can I make from cocoa? Let me give you cassava, for example. In cassava, you can make as high as 150,000 naira to millions in just owning cassava. You saw some of the credit alerts you saw me show, many of them were profits. There was 700,000 naira profit, there's 800, many of them were just profits that people made from just owning farms with us. Timber business is another very lucrative business because we have an entire expanse of forest with woods. And guess what we do for people in this Millionaire Access? You don't buy the woods, you don't pay extra money. All you need to do is you just pay the laborers, the woods are gotten out for you. I will explain that much better. You don't have to do any of those things. Unlimited palm ownership. You will get access to all manner of palm trees, different sizes, hectares upon hectares available to you. Cocoa farms available, dedicated personnel account officer to make sure that your farm is running properly. And in this one, you can actually bring your brother or your spouse to come and be a part of it and say, oh, come and buy too, because you gain more access with this. Then in this one, you also have access to domestic and export sales when we start export sales, because we're starting export soon. You have access to your goods can be sold locally for you or exported for you. Then you can also, in this package, you can also get the food processed and sent to you in case you're selling gari and you want it. And guess what the cost for this one is? Guess what? For this first package, the cost is just 25,000 naira. The student package, 25,000 naira. That's all it takes. And guess how much you can make from this student package? You pay 25,000, and guess how much you can make? You can make profit of up to 150,000 to 400,000 naira as a student package. But guess what the real value is? The real value is actually 1.5 million naira for all of these things if you were to get it individually. But you can get it for the next 24 hours for 25,000 naira. And guess what? This guy who can make millions from this, just like the people I've showed you their screenshot, this guy, all he needs to do is to pay 250,000 naira, and he has unlimited lifetime access to own any farm he wants forever. He can own it every month, he can own it every 2 months. You can, this particular 250, you make it in less than 45 days. You've made this money back. Because we have very lucrative farm that you are very sure of making money. We've been in this thing for some time, so we know what we're doing. And there's another one, which is what we call the Millionaire Circle. This is for people who want to retire on farming. You just want to tell yourself, see, I've worked for a while and I think I am done with working, or I think I want to own something that will be generating money from me year in, year out. This is the package for you. In this package, we call it the Millionaire package. Here you get up to, you can get up to 40 users. You can bring up to 40 users into your listing. You pay once, then you bring up to 40 users. This one is good for churches, NGOs, large families, and more. Full access. 1 to 40 persons can join you on this one. Unlimited timber. You can cut timber from our forest unlimited, unhindered. Then in this package, you gain access to up to 10 hectares of farmland that you can buy that you can get for a ridiculous amount and use forever. Nobody will charge you. What if I tell you that you can get up to 10 hectares of farmland for 1.5 million naira and use it not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, not 4 years, not 5 years, not 6 years? You can plant any generational crop on it. You can plant palms on it, you can plant cocoa on it, and it will be there for you forever. Automatic access to farm to retire. Farm to retire is a program where we run that we help people plant farms that can help them retire. You know that farm that you own, every year it's paying you. Farm is one of those kind of investments. Cocoa is one of those kind of things. And all of these things, you have it. And in the second and the third package, you can visit your farm anytime. Then there's lucrative plantain farm for you too. Plantain is another very lucrative farming. In this package, you also gain access to having your own plantain farm. So you can have as many farms as you want, and we will provide the land for you. Normally, if we are to charge you for all of this, you're going to pay up to 50 million naira for it. Yes, you know how much land is costing. But guess what? Today, all you have to do is to pay $1,200 and you gain access to it. Look at the amazing thing. If you pay 250,000 naira, this is what you get access to. You get access to opportunities, farmlands that can make you up to 4 million naira, 1 million naira, 10 million naira. Farmlands for being a member of the community, and it's for a lifetime. Why are we creating membership? Because we cannot share this thing for free. If we share it for free, everybody will want to enter. And if everybody enters, the market don't spoil. So we make it a community so that people can gain access to it exclusively. If you're one of those listening to me this night and you feel like, listen, I think I want to give this a try. And this community, the reason why there's a community is so that you can go through a series of training, to understand how it works, to see what we do, to understand the things that you need to know, all the places that we go, every single thing, share all the details with you. Open up the background of what we do completely to you so that you are aware, because it's your farm. You own a farm. You're not giving us money to invest for you. No, you're buying a farm through us and you own a very lucrative farm. Let me ask you a question. Imagine what staying in our community for 1 year would do to you. Imagine some people who have stayed 2 months, who have stayed 3 months, what they've earned. Imagine what staying in our community and being able to access good farmlands, and being able not just to access good farmlands, but also being able to find cheap labor that we provide to process those farms for them. Imagine what it could be like. And that's what I'm giving you tonight. Okay? Does this make sense? If you're one of those people who feel like, listen, I think I've heard enough of what he said, I want to take advantage of this, then I'm going to show you something for the last time. And when I do that, feel free to take advantage of the opportunity. Okay? You can own a plot of cassava. You can own plots and plots of cassava. You can own several farms in a second. You can become the biggest farm owner in your community. You can become the biggest farm owner among your friends. Okay? So now let us dive into how do I gain access to all of these opportunities. Are you ready with me? Okay. Just give me a second. Let me get you some details now. Now, before we proceed, I would love to know if you have questions. Now, those of you who are listening to me and you're like, see, I need this opportunity and I think I want to get it. Look at your screen now and take advantage of this right away. This is what's on your screen. This is what's on your screen. If you want to take the student package, you already know the cost. But if you don't understand everything I've said, you can put a call through to these phone numbers you can see on the screen. You can see them 070-4826. Put a call across to them. But if you already understand and you want to take advantage of it, because listen carefully now, the prices that are there are for a limited time. They are going to change in 24 hours. All the prices are going to change in the next 24 hours. And the first price, which is 25,000 naira per month, I'm giving you that one for 3 months free. 25,000 naira, you take the first 3 months for free. You don't have to pay for the first 3 months, you just pay 25,000. In that 3 months, you would have made your money back, because if you're able to get a plot, 2 plots, 3 plots, you'll be able to make your money back completely for the first 3 months. If you're going for the 250, that's for a lifetime. If you stay with us for 1 year, you will make 10 times that money or more, at least 10 times, because let's say you did not farm a lot. So this is your time. This is your opportunity. Take advantage of it right now. Don't call this phone number. Don't call the one that ends with 65. You will not get it. Call only these 2 numbers, the one that ends with 03 and the one that ends with 56. But if you already understand what I'm saying and you're willing to pay, go ahead and pay to this account you can see here. This Polaris bank account, go ahead and pay to it right away and send a proof of payment to any of these contacts that you can see here. If you want to take any advantage of any of the offers that you have seen, go ahead and do so right now. As you can see, this is what the offer looks like on the screen. If you want to visit the offer page in order to read more, go to farmtowealth.com/offer and another slash. Farmtowealth.com. You can see Farm to Wealth here. Farmtowealth.com/offer and another slash. Go over the offer again and again and again. If you want to understand it more, go over and read all of it and then go ahead and take your opportunity. Now, I should warn you that we are taking limited number of students and that after we've covered that number, we are done. We're not taking more than that. And secondly, the prices goes up after 24 hours. We're not begging for this. We have people in our communities already. So after 24 hours, the prices are going to go up. After 24 hours, the 250 is going to become 350. The 25K is going to become 35,000 after 24 hours. So you have now till by this time tomorrow to take advantage and become a member of our community and start earning. There's no harm in it. There's no harm in it. If after 3 months you look at the community and you say, I've not made the money that I paid for this thing, we'll refund you. Yes, that's our refund policy. If after 3 months you've bought farm and you did not make your money back, we'll refund you the money you paid. Okay? All right. So please, admins, help me. Drop the account number and the contacts in the comment section. People are asking. Now I want to take your questions. Ask your questions right now. And let me share the screen again so that you can see the account details and the phone numbers. I don't know if you can see my screen. If you cannot see my screen, please, admins, help me. Copy the phone number, copy the account details, paste it here. And yes, go ahead, ask your questions before you pay. People are saying they want to ask questions before they pay. That's okay. Go ahead, ask your questions quickly. Question time now. Go on, ask questions, ask questions. I'm listening. Okay, somebody's asking, I am interested in the package, but I'm still confused on how to access these farms. To access these farms, once you are a member of our community, that's what we do. We will present you with all of these farms, all of these opportunities, because they always come up. They are always there. We have a lot of them in our community right now. But to gain access, you have to be a member. To be a member, you have to pay any of these packages. And the package you are in determines the size of farms that we're going to give to you. So we have the farmers in our community. The owners of these farms are in our community, and they are willing to sell to you at any time in any day. Okay, please, admins, copy the link for this offer and share, please. It is farmtowealth.com/offer/. Let me send it now. Yes, you can upgrade to any package of your choice later. I'm getting a question. What is the size of the farm? And the 25K, is it monthly payment? Yes, monthly payment, but for the first 3 months, which will be processing the farms you're going to buy, you're going to pay just that 25K for the first 3 months. Okay, the offer page again. This is the offer page. Can you see it clearly? Are these farms in particular location because I want to be personally involved in my farm because the farm is in Cross River State. The way you can get involved is if you're in the Millionaire Circle, you can visit your farm anytime, any day. If you're in the Billionaire Circle, you can visit your farm anytime, any day. Yes, the Millionaire Circle, the payment is one time. Meanwhile, the Student Circle, the payment is as you go. How much does it cost to own a farm? Depends on the size of farm, depends on what farm as well. For example, a cassava farm currently is selling for $104,000, and that covers both labor and the cost of the farm per plot. As a cassava farm. Then for palms, we are selling currently 250,000 naira per plot of palm estate. Then for cocoa, it's currently 700,000. That covers labor, all the distance for one whole year, and you can own that for that amount. That's for an acre of cocoa farm, 700,000 naira. After paying, let's say, 25,000 to start with, is there any money to be paid to your company again? No, apart from the money you use in buying your farm. Millionaire Circle is 250,000 naira for tonight. It's going to increase, but it's unlimited. It's lifetime access. You get access to all the farm packages, apart from planting for you. It's only in Billionaire Circle that we plant for you. But for the Millionaire Circle, we plant. You get access to timber. You get access to all of it, and it is highly subsidized and ridiculously cheap. These farms, which makes it highly profitable. Once you come into the community and you get your first farm, the first farm will take 60 days. The first one will take between 45 days to 60 days to process. And after that, you get this in 30 days. Your farm will be processed 30 days. Because when you're entering, it has to be done properly. An acre of banga is 1.5 million naira. That's an acre because the plot is 250,000 naira. The 25,000 naira package generates for you at least 150,000 to up to 400, depending on how many farms you bought, depending on how many plots you bought. But that's the profits percentage. The Millionaire Circle, you pay one. Okay, yes, you can pay twice if you want to. You can pay twice. Just call the phone numbers I shared earlier. The phone numbers I showed you on the screen. Call that and you're good to go. The payment for the Millionaire Circle is for a lifetime, not for a year. Once you pay it, it's once. You're not paying again. Till we leave this earth or till we leave this business. After paying the 25,000 to start, is there any money to be paid to your company again? And do you pay another money for cultivation? No, not at all. These farms are bought. The farms are already cultivated. They are mature farms. You're not paying any money to our company anymore. The only money you're going to pay is for your farm. You're going to buy your farm, the money you use in buying your farm. No, the 250,000 is not monthly subscription. It's a lifetime subscription to Millionaire Circle. Yes, we have a physical office that you can visit. Yes, you have to buy your farm. The 250,000 is for you to be a member of the community and gain access to unlimited farmlands. Yes, official, you are sure of making 2x yearly from that particular palm farm. Very, very sure. 15A, Captain. Somebody is asking for address. Olajide George Street, Lekki, Phase 1. 15A, Captain, Olajide George Street, Lekki, Phase 1. You don't own the land, you own only the produce on the land. The land is not yours, just the produce on the land. A cassava farm is 104,000 naira for a plot, but the least you can get is 3 plots. Okay, look at the phone number again as I begin to round up. Kindly ask your questions. The phone numbers on the screen, you can see them. Call these phone numbers, any of them, to gain access, get more information. Yes, you can upgrade your package with time. Somebody is asking, can I upgrade my package with time? Okay, any more questions? Yes. Nelson Uche, I said you can upgrade your package with time. Okay, I'll take a few more questions, then we'll round up. Yes, those numbers are on WhatsApp. You can text all of them on WhatsApp. 2 phone numbers that you can see here on the screen. Get them out. Let me call them out. 070 48267003. For cocoa, the expected profit is around 2 times the money you used in buying it, in renting it. So cocoa farm is around 700,000 naira for an acre, and that covers the labor and everything. So at the end of the year, it's processed for a whole year. It's not processed like like cassava. It's processed for a whole year. So at the end of that period, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I will be hearing from you shortly. Do have a beautiful night rest. And those of you who still have questions, okay, some people are still typing. Let me answer the questions before we go. I'm writing the phone number out right now. The estimated profit is double the amount of money you used in buying the farm. That's Ngozi Shirley. The phone number is there. 07048267003. That's the phone number to call. Okay. All the numbers are on WhatsApp. Reach them. You can send a message to all the numbers. Yes, you can, Mr. Official. Yes, if you join the Millionaire group, you can 2x your capital in a year. An entire year, yes, you can. Where to sell the produce are not a problem. It depends on the level you are. If you're in the millionaires community, we sell either in Nigeria or abroad. Anybody who eats palm oil will sell to them. We have a market. That's what I mean. Okay, if you still have more questions, kindly ask as we round up. I've answered that question. When what is mature? You're buying mature farms only. You're buying mature farms. The farms are mature. The cassava farm is mature. But after being processed, we sell it to the market, people who are interested in buying. You understand what I mean? Cocoa is for exports. You can export. It's okay. More people are still asking questions. No, the farm is in one state, Cross River State. Do you get money monthly if you join Millionaire Group, and how much do you get? Yes, you can get money monthly if you join Millionaires Group, but after the first 60 days, especially for cassava, that's the new pattern for it. After the first 60 days, then from there it is 30 days every 30. From there it's 30 days every month, actually. And you get based on how much based on your farm capacity. If your farm can produce a million, if your farm is if you have a cassava farm of, let's say, 10 plots, From the last one we did, which is 5,000 naira on profits per farm, you do that math and you realize, okay, this is what I'm making per month after the first 60 days and all that. So yes, you make money monthly, but these are estimates. Then for farms, yes, you also make money monthly as the farms are processed. We cannot say for sure the exact figures, but anywhere between around 10% of your entire farm, yes, you can get that. Because some months you process more than the other months. So we cannot certainly say, okay, this month is going to be like this, but we can tell you, okay, this month you're going to get this, can give you that. They are in the same state, Cross River states. You own the farm until the produce are done. Nelson Nuche is asking how many months do I own the farm for? You own the farm until the produce are done. If it's a cassava farm, you own it until your cassava has been fully harvested. If it's palm, you own it for a whole year because it's a whole year tenure that it takes. If it's cocoa, you own it for a whole year unless you pay for 2 years. Yes, it will make more. So just don't forget about the exports. What cocoa will make for you first and get it to the community first before you miss out. After 250, you're not paying for anything else. After 250, you're not paying for anything else. If you want to send someone to check the farm, you have to join the community first. The community is not farm ownership. The community is where we open you up to everything we have. All the farm you can visit, and the community, if you join the community, you have to be in the Millionaires community to be able to access the farm. Again, yeah, if you're paying for the farm, somebody is asking for the farm. If I want to pay for 5 years, will I get discount? Yes, you get discount. The farmers are not mad. The numbers are on WhatsApp. All of the phone numbers are on WhatsApp. All of them. The first one is on WhatsApp. The second one is on WhatsApp. This third one too is on WhatsApp. You can send a message to this third one. Any one of them is on WhatsApp. All of them. Okay, thank you so much. I believe this is the end of the class. Do we still have any other questions? Reach out to those numbers. Secure support right now. Tomorrow, this time, the price would have changed. Those of you who like to waste time before you take action, the price will have changed and you will not like it. I'm sure you will not. Do have a beautiful night rest. If you don't have any more questions, officially stay typing. Okay, let me give you the time to ask in case you have to. All right, thank you, and have a beautiful night's rest. Make sure to reach out to those numbers and secure your spots.